Hey guys, welcome back. Moving on to the fourth and a very important question. Explain roles and permissions in Moodle. This video is going to explain you a lot of things about roles, permissions, capabilities, context labels, role APIs if you are a developer, and many more important roles based features what Moodle has to offer. So, stick till the end of the video and I'm sure you will get familiar with all the concepts of roles and permission in Moodle. Just capturing your focus here with our main objective in which we'll be looking into these, like what is a role in Moodle and what are the types of role in Moodle, how to manage a role in Moodle, how to create some custom roles in Moodle, permissions and capabilities for a user inside Moodle instance, what are the role APIs, suppose you have any customization you need to do in your code regarding roles, okay, some changes regarding the roles. So there are some roles API which you can utilize for that purpose. Also guys, you see a subscribe button down below this video. I want you to go ahead and subscribe if you have not done yet. Yeah, what is a role in Moodle? We say like a role is a collection of permissions, okay, a collection of permission that will be or is assigned to course participants or site level participants, okay, and it can define a user's ability to do something on some Moodle page, okay. So like there are multiple pages, multiple type of pages inside Moodle page. So roles basically tells you, okay, if you are eligible to do something on this page or not, okay. For example, a student inside a course or a teacher inside a course, okay. So let me take you to one of my courses over here. I'm selecting this IBM Explorer course, okay. So this is a course. The layout of the course totally depends on what theme you're using. I'm using Advisor MY here, okay. This is a course format I'm using. If you see over here, course details, this is all the content what we have added over here. Settings will not go, we'll go to this participant option over here. So participant basically means the enrolled users inside the course. So there can be multiple roles which can be assigned inside the course. Like if you see this option for this enrolled user pop up, you can see like there are multiple roles: school admin, franchise partner. This is my custom role, these two: student, editing, teacher, manager. So I have set in the site administration like, okay, these roles can be assigned to anybody inside this course, okay. So suppose like there are two users over here. The first is Professor 7. I have given this user as a teacher role and Sana one as a student. So you see like there are two different kind of roles. Now what exactly this means? Also, like suppose I delete this. Let me show you how we can do that. Suppose I want to re-enroll those same users over here. Sana 1 is there, okay, and I'm giving the role as a student, okay. So like this, it's very easy and fast. And the other one was Professor 7, and I'm assigning the role as a teacher, okay, like this, okay. It's very easy to do that. Now what exactly this means? We are giving the roles to this user as teacher and this user as student. So you see Moodle has a lot of roles. If you go to this user tab inside accounts, there are a lot of things option here like creation of user. We'll not look into this. We'll go to this permission tab, permission option, okay. Here you see the define all option. If you right click and open it, you will come across this page which tells you, okay, this many roles are available inside Moodle collectively of what Moodle has given by default and what I have created from my own, like some custom roles. As you can see, school admin, franchise partner, okay, and like that. Remaining are default ones, okay. So what exactly these roles mean? So coming back to the course part, if you see this page over here, the list is like teacher, student. So it means like a student who has been enrolled inside a course can participate inside a course. Like it's a participant who can access the activities. Suppose let me take you to the course. Okay, this is the course. So the students, what they can do, they can just go and interact with the activities which is a part of the course. Okay, but they cannot alter them, or there are some things like they cannot see the grade book as well, because we don't need to show the grade books to the student. Okay, they can see their own grades if the teacher has allowed that. And if we talk about the teacher, like this particular user is a teacher over here, so what they can do inside the course is, like, and they can do almost anything within a course, including like editing course settings, including adding or changing the activities or the grades. Okay, they can play around with all the activities given inside the course. They can alter, make changes, update it. So those can be done by the teacher. Also, there are two kind of teachers what we talk about inside Moodle. First is the editing teacher, and second is the non-editing teacher. As you can see over here, listed like editing teacher, non-editing teacher. So editing teacher means like teachers can do anything within a course, including changing the activities, grading the student, as I told you earlier. Non-editing teacher means what they can do, they can teach inside the course and grade students, but they cannot alter the activities. That means that they cannot change this particular module over here, or they cannot change the title of the activity, or some other settings they cannot change it at all. Okay, so basically they cannot edit or remove or add anything, any existing activities over here. Talking about the type of roles, as Moodle has already given this particular list over here in the manage role tabs, you can see manager, course creator, teacher, editing teacher, student, guest, authenticated user, on site home, and on authenticated is normal. Okay, and these two are my custom roles. So as you can see, like they have given a quite a clear description of what exactly these roles can do, along with a short name. Okay, and they have arranged it in a particular manner. So as in see, like manager can access course and modify them, but usually do not participate in them, because the grades and all do not get recorded for them, for the manager roles. Course creator basically creates a course. Teacher, as I explained earlier, non-teaching is the same thing, but they do not have access to alter the activities. Students generally have fewer privileges within a course. They can see and play around the content of the course. Guests basically have a very minimal privileges, and they do not basically enter anywhere inside the course or dashboard or anywhere. Basically, that just they can just see that uh, the pages which admin has allowed, or the site is allowing them to visit, like some static pages over there, or the landing page. Okay, any other contact pages like those pages. Authenticated users means all the login users are called as authenticated users, and on authenticated user on the site home page basically means all logged in users in the site home course. Okay, so the course site home course is basically the one ID. Okay, and they cannot go anywhere inside, they can just be on that particular course. Okay, so now before going ahead with these roles, I need to focus your attention towards one most important thing inside Moodle, which is a context. What exactly it's a context is all about. Okay, so this is a very important thing before we go ahead with the rules. Okay, so everybody should know, like, a context is combined with the role permissions. Okay, to define the user's capability on Moodle. Okay, so basically, contexts have their own structure, which allows a user to be passed along to the context. Like they can go inside site, category pages, course pages, or their personal pages like profile or messaging. Okay, inside the course, that is a course context. Inside activities, okay, blocks, activities, like that. So there are, you can see in the different colors they have marked it over here. This is a picture taken from Moodle.org, so you can also go and read about that. So again, what is a context? It's like a space in Moodle where the roles can be assigned. For example, Moodle site is one context, okay, and that contains a number of other contexts within it. Okay, so site wise, I mean, there are many pages or some information which can be shown, so that is called as a site context. Okay, a category is a context, as you can see here, and within a site that can contain course context as well. Subcategories can also be there. Okay, so, and inside that there are many other things like question banks, that can be another context over here. So you can see there is a hierarchy of context which help us to locate and define a specific space inside the Moodle instance, which tells us like, okay, this is where I am right now. I am into this particular context. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. So just keep it in mind before going ahead, and you might need to relate this when dealing with the roles. The second thing what we were going to do is like managing roles. How do we create these roles or manage these roles, and what is the benefit, or why do we do, even why do we manage the roles? And I'll show you where exactly you can manage roles. Under the user tabs you see permissions, and inside that you see define roles. If you click this option, you get the same page as I was showing earlier. All roles has been listed over here. Okay, so this is a place where you can add custom roles, or you can modify the existing ones which are listed over here. Suppose I want to edit any of these roles, or I want to add a new role over here using this button, I can do that. Let me show you what exactly this manager role has all about. Okay, before that you can see over here the options like move down, you can arrange it, you can edit, or you can delete that role. Okay, as you can see over these icons. So let us go inside this manager role. There are multiple options that you can see over here. Allow role assignment, allow role overrides, allow role switches. This is kind of a matrix which gives ability for a specific role to work with other specific roles. Okay, so talking about this manage roles means you can manage the current role, which is the editing role for manager. So you can see a short name is given as a manager over here. Okay, then we can give a full name as well to this thing. Okay, then some optional, this is a description. Role type is called manager. You can see a number of archetype uh, given over here. Okay, role archetype basically determines the permission when a role is reset to default. It also determines any new permission for the role when the site is upgraded. So that means like whenever you are upgrading a site or resetting the roles, it comes back to default archetype what has been used initially. So suppose you have added any custom capability to the role, so it will override and delete those capabilities. It will come as a default archetype manager which was initially pointing to. Okay, so this is very useful when you're selecting the archetype, in the sense like whenever you're resetting the role or upgrading the role, this feature is very essential. Okay, the archetype. Context type, where this role may be assigned, means I am assigning this role in the system context, category, course context. That means in these three places this manager role can be assigned over here. Okay, we'll come back to this in next minutes, like what exactly this means. Allow role assignment means this role can be further assigned to other managers, other users, as like managers, course creator, teacher, narrating teacher, students. Okay, so role assignment is basic. You can see over here also allow role assignment. If you see this matrix over here, you can understand the same thing has been given over here. Managers, you see the check boxes over here. Okay, so what exactly this do is it allows a specific role to be able to assign specific roles to a user. Suppose I'm a user. Okay, okay, and a manager can assign a manager role to me. Okay, or a manager can assign a course creator role to me, or a manager can assign teacher or not a teacher to me. Okay, so if I'm a user, other managers can assign this many roles because they are manager, and they have options to assign this particular four roles, five roles to a user. Okay, similarly you can say like a teacher can assign a non-editing teacher role to some user. A teacher can assign a student role to some user, like that. Similarly, a franchise partner can assign a non-editing teacher role to some user. Okay, so I'm sure you're getting the what exactly this means. Allow role assignment. So if somebody with a manager role can assign a manager role to some user, that's it. That's it to understand over here. Next thing I wanted to show you, like in this page, how exactly a role and capability can be utilized. So if you see this activity, I have hidden it from the students. If you turn editing on and go to this activity, edit settings, and then you can see hide from others options is there. By using that, you can hide this activity from a specific role. So I have hidden it from the student. Now I go to another tab and log in as a student over here. As you can see, this is a student profile called as Sana1. Now go back to the course. I see that the activity which I hidden from the student is not visible to this user right now. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a change in the capability of a student role. So in the student roles, I click on the settings icon, that is edit role, and down below in the search box I type as hidden sections. Okay, and as you can see, like the capability is shown here, like Moodle course view hidden section. Right now it's not set. I'm going to allow this and save the changes. And now let's go back to the browser where the course was open. After refreshing, I can see like, okay, the hidden section is visible to the students over here. So this is very important if you're dealing with the courses where you want to hide something from a specific role. So you can do it like this. Now we are going to create a new role. You see the button over there, add a new role. I click on that button and we see this page where I have to enter a user role or archetype. I'm selecting archetype as teacher and then continue. So you see that there are multiple options given over here, like short name, full name, archetype, context level, like type, context type, allow role assignment. All this you can keep as teacher role because we have chosen the archetype as teacher. And I'm going to give this role name as a mentor role. Okay, and then create this role. So the new role has been created. As you can see, the options: short name, mentor, full name, other capabilities, the role assignments where it can be applied to, like non-teaching teachers, students. So the we have selected a teacher archetype. So all the options similar to teacher it shows over here. Now we are going to see like where exactly we can use this role inside a course. And the listing is same as define roles page. Let me unenroll this previous one first and then click on enroll users button down below, and in this pop-up you can see the assign role and the mentor is listed over here. You can select that. In select users, you select any. I'm selecting a teacher over here which has already got a teacher role as professor 4. Now you can see the mentor and teacher both role has been assigned to this user. Moving on to the next section, which is how to assign system roles to a particular user. So the newly created role, that is mentor, what we have done here, I'm going to show you how we can assign this particular role to number of users. As you can see, like other roles which are there in the system and the users who has been assigned, the count you can see on the right side. If you click on mentor, it will take you to this particular page where you can see the potential users on the right side and existing users who are mentor on the left. So I'm selecting two of the professors here and clicking on the add button. It will add these two users as a mentor into the site level context. So let us try to upload some users in bulk, and we'll give the default role to these users. Whenever they are created, they get this new role also. So Moodle has this functionality like upload users in bulk. We are going to use this. So Moodle provides this page called it uploads users, and with a CSV file as an example file, you can open it. You can see these options as username, first name, last name, email. Also, I'm putting a field called as sys role 1, which Moodle has given, and I'm putting the mentor role what we created just now to all these users. So whenever these users are created, they will get the same role as mentor. Let me change the name of the username to avoid conflicts. And now we are going to save this as a CSV file, and we are going to upload it here in this page, and we create these users. Remaining options you see here, you can leave it as default. Now we upload the users, and in this preview you can see like these users has been created and not created. Now it's created. You can see user creation is 3, it's showing. Now To confirm further that whether the mentor role has been given or not, let's go back to the site administration and see in the option called as assign system roles. You can see the list here has been given as the two professors and these three users which are newly created. Also, in the page we have seen earlier, this page where we added manually, you can see these three users listed over here. So similarly, you can refer to the moodle.org documentation how you can create some custom roles. They have given a quite a very descriptive list over here. So in case these roles matches your requirement, then you can directly go for this. Suppose this question creator role is there. It has been given like what exactly the capabilities are gonna be like and where you can utilize these roles over here. Similarly, other roles has been given over here like host tagger, grader viewer, okay, observer role. What exactly this observer role is is there in the system, how to create, what is going to be the archetype, what is going to be the context label, what are the capabilities that you need to allow, what are the things you need to prevent. All these options are given to create these roles. So if it matches a requirement, you can go for this. This is a very useful list that they have given over here. Let us talk about one more important thing over here, that is the roles API. Let us take an example of a plugin. I will go to this report plugin and I will choose this course overview. And there we know this, like inside DB folder, we have access.php. Okay, there a capability has been defined over here. As you can see, it's an array which has been given like, okay, this is the name of the capability. Okay, this is the name of the plugin. Okay, and inside that you see a number of options like risk bit mask, cap type, context level, archetype, clone permission form. Okay, so what exactly these are? Risk personal means access to private personal information, for example, backups with user details or some non-public information in profile like hidden emails. So those things can be a part of the risk bit when we define it as personal. Then we have other things called as risk spam, where user can add a visible content to a site, send message to others. Risk XSS, where user can submit content that is not clean. Okay, risk config, where you can change, user can change kind of global configuration. So these are all the risk with map mask which has been defined by you Moodle, which we can utilize whenever we are uh, defining our capability over here. Okay, cap type is read over here, and then context level, as you can see, like context system has been given. Archetype, where this capability applies, basically teacher, reading teacher, and manager over here. Okay, so whenever you are creating a new capability, you might need to define this risk and assign these values over here. So when I see this index.php page of the report plugin, I see the option over here like the context system, where exactly this page can be viewed. Okay, and the capability is defined over here. So this can be example of any other plugin, any custom plugin you are developing or going to develop. Okay, these things are required in this particular page or the main page, like context, where exactly this is applied to its system level. So this is how we define context underscore system instance. Okay, and capability we check is a has capability is a function which takes the parameter as the name of the capability and under which context this is applied to. So it will check like, okay, this particular context, whether this page can be, or the whether the user has this capability in this context or not. If not, then this action can be taken, else this exception can be thrown. Okay, similarly, now suppose like you want to do any customization to these pages, okay, or assign a different role to a list of users. So how exactly you can do that? Okay, so suppose I have a custom plugin and I want to get a list of role for a user. roles for a user. Suppose I have a user. Okay, I have an object of a user, so I can use this function called it get user roles. So takes context, like which context you are in right now, and the user object, and then check parent context. Check parent context means the current user roles. If it has a context, then it's fine. Otherwise, it will check for the parent where the role has been derived from. Okay, basically this is set as true, so we can simply just write it as true. Okay, this method will what exactly will do, it will get a list of roles for the user, for the current user, whatever the user object you're passing over here. Next we see is how to assign a role to user in the code. So we use something called as role assign function, where we pass the role id basically. Okay, you can create an object of a role, and then you can fetch the role id whichever you wish to assign to the user. This is going to be the user id. This is not an object, the user id, and that's context. Okay, so that's it. This is like assigning the role. So you can utilize this. There are number of methods which Moodle has to offer, predefined functions that you can search and check it. Like like if want to check where the role assignment has been there, in which context you can pass this thing. There are, you can explore all these things inside the predefined uh, functions which has been given in multiple plugins over throughout the system. Okay,